Welcome to the Bevo tutorial on how to write targeted ads. While this tutorial specifically addresses how to write ads, we will review much of the consumer mindset which you should always think about when designing any part of your search campaign. Specifically, writing ads, creating landing pages, and picking keywords should always focus on a targeted audience. Search marketing all comes down to paying for quality clicks to offer conversions. Targeting your audience as much as possible will help increase your conversion ratio, thus decreasing your expenses and increasing your revenue. Research has shown that the average buyer goes through 3 stages in the online consumer buying cycle. Additionally, buyers have different personality types. We have identified 4 for this tutorial. Although buyer cycle and personality type are 2 important factors when targeting your audience, you should consider as many factors as possible when identifying the target demographic of your offer. The first stage in the buying process is the research stage. At this point, the customer thinks they may have a problem that they'd like to solve, and so are looking for a possible solution. The way to attack this stage is to convince the buyer that in fact they do have a problem and you have the best solution. After the buyer looks into a number of possible solutions, they will try to determine which solution is best. This is where the customer shops around. They want to find comparisons or reviews to help select their solution. Here, you want to show how your product or service is the best match for the problem they are trying to solve. The final stage in the online customer buying cycle is when the customer is ready to make a purchase. At this stage, the customer knows exactly which solution they want to go with, but are not positive who to go through to make the actual purchase. This is the standard sales pitch stage. Convince the customer to go through you for the purchase. While other demographic factors should be considered, basic buyer personality type should be taken into consideration when designing your search campaign. The logic or reason personality type is one that takes a long time to make a buying decision. They analyze a situation and look at all the facts before a decision is made. Since skepticism is common with this personality type, free trials, contests, or any offers that seem too good to be true usually do not work. Instead, give them what they want, lots and lots of facts. Details, specs, or other hard evidence will help convince this personality type to go with you. Spontaneous buyers are the easiest to sell to. Give them some motivation and put a little pressure on them, and they will make a fast decision. You need to appeal to them on a personal level and convince them to make a quick decision. You can create pressure by having a limited time offer or a limited amount of quantity. Motivation can be had by offering discounts or sales. The emotional buyer personality is a little harder to sell to, but still very possible if you know how to go about it. Think of a housewife. She is in no rush to make a decision and so reads testimonials, talks to her friends, and gets everyone else's advice so she can make a group decision. Human interaction works well for this personality type. Wish lists, gift finders, or any other way to incorporate other people's opinion works best for this type. The final personality type we will address are the innovators. The innovators share many of the same qualities as the logical and reasonable personality type. The main difference here is that innovators want to be the first to own a new product. Evidence and facts are important, but since innovators make faster decisions than logics, you can still sell them hard. Tell them about new or featured items, as innovators love to be the first to try or get anything. Now let's pull together everything we've talked about so far regarding buyer cycle and personality types. Here you see some sample ads I've wrote up to illustrate the type of ads to use for each target audience. Across the top, you can see the personality types, and down the side are the corresponding stages in the buyer cycle for that personality type. The bold text is the title of your ad as it would appear in the search engine, with the non-bold being the detail of your ad. For example, look at innovators in the research stage of the buying cycle. The title says, "Do you have product A yet?" This title is targeted to push the innovator, as if asking why they don't have it yet. If they are so cutting edge, they should have it by now. The description of bringing them to the features gives you the chance to sell to them on why the innovator should have the product. Another example would be the emotional type in the shop around stage. Notice the ad here pokes the curiosity of the buyer as to ask which celebrity is using the product. Since this demographic is very heartfelt, a product for their kids is a good target to hit, and to top it off, they care about the opinion of others. The celebrity status only adds to the push of the product. Review all of these examples and try to learn from the way they are structured. Obviously, you'll need to reword your ad to focus on your product type, but try to understand what makes each sample ad targeted towards that demographic. Remember, it is all about creating targeted search campaigns to get quality clicks. Quality clicks are the secret to becoming a profitable search marketer.